Okay, so on to the next track in Sonia's Anthem series, man. We started off with Daughtry, we went on to Imagine Dragons, and then we went on to One Republic. These are all very well-known bands, and these tracks I've never heard of. I've never heard of the Daughtry's track pieces, I never heard of Imagine Dragons, Eyes Closed, and I never heard of Lived by One Republic. All absolutely amazing. They've dropped already. If you're only joining us now, I suggest you go back and start from there. Now we're moving on to an artist I've never heard and has never been on this channel called Sevi. The song's called World That Doesn't Fit. There's a message here from Sonia that says, Svetlana Ilieva Bliznakova, I apologize if I'm butchering that, is a Bulgarian singer, musician and songwriter. She started her solo music career in 2005, and since 2010 she is the front woman of the Bulgarian rock band Sevi. Okay, so this is brand new to the channel, man. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go.
Trying to exist in a world that doesn't exist. Trying to fit in a picture that doesn't fit. Crying my eyes off.
It's amazing. So like the world, the natural world that she sees and the world that she has in her head is not the same. So she can't literally fit into it. And she's got a particular picture, but she can't fit into that picture because that's not what the picture is, essentially. So it's kind of like her mind and the real world just does not connect, essentially, right? I like that.
Crying my eyes off, I'm screaming, but nobody hears. Trying to figure it out, but just got more tears. I don't wanna get used to the thought of a world full of uniform faces, uniform souls.
Fucking fire. I don't want to get used to a world with uniform faces and uniform souls. She's all about that individuality, essentially, which I think is absolutely amazing. And a lot of that sort of individuality, right, is very misconstrued today, which is crazy because like specifically the younger generation feel that their individuality comes from group-like thinking, right? From group-like sort of narratives and ideologies, which is crazy. It's like I'm individual, I'm my own person by being this or identifying as this and whatever. But that's the prevailing narrative. That's the prevailing thought pattern. That is the herd-like mentality. Everyone thinks like you, thinks like that now. Every single person. So where's the actual individuality, right? All you're doing is just parroting and taking somebody else's trendy ideology and making it your own, right? Where's your actual individuality, essentially, which is actually crazy. At the end of the day, we're going to negotiate our personalities and we're going to negotiate who we are through other people, essentially. And that can be dangerous because, you could very easily become the copycat of the people that you're trying to negotiate your personality and then think that you are your own individual person, essentially. But with age and with wisdom, as you grow up, you tend to realize that individuality doesn't mean fitting into trends that are put in front of you. Individuality means you as a character, your person, what are you actually about, right? Like who you really are. And you'll find that as you go on through life. You'll never really know who you really are, but you start settling into your individuality the older you get, right? When you go through more difficulty and more strife, right? And you start bleeding more of your circle out. That's where you start to find out who you really were and who the people were around you. And you start to realize that what you called unique was a carbon copy of the circle you kept around you. It's frightening, but yes. Anyway, carry on.
Hey, nobody knows.
I
Out in
know.
a wasteland, nobody there. Hey, yeah, there's nobody there. Out in a wasteland,
Nobody left. I'm in a wasteland.
nobody there. Trying to exist in a world that doesn't exist. Trying to fit in a picture that doesn't fit. Colorless people around on the colorless streets.
See, I've said this before in terms of trying to fit into the world that doesn't exist, in terms of like what your mindset is and what you feel about the actual world. And I told you about that story when we watched Avatar. I was watching Avatar with a friend of mine, and a friend of mine literally said, I wish we lived in a world like that with that kind of connectivity. And I'm like, but we do though. It's like all they've done is they've just done really cool little CGI graphics where you can sort of like connect to an animal and feel their energy. We live in that world. We just choose to not connect in that way. Do you know what I mean? We do live in that world. We live in that connectivity. We live in that energy space where you can feel people through their emotions, through their vulnerability, through their arts, through their culture. You can feel it, right? It actually, it sends shivers down your spine. It affects you to your core. That is the energetic connection between humanity and earth and animals and all of that kind of thing. We've got that connection, right? But we don't seem to have it in a Hollywood style sense. So we think we don't even live in that. We don't want to live in that world. Yes, we do live in that world if we choose to live in that world, right? But then there's also the very ugly side of that, where we also can hate people just as vicariously. Like literally, we can just hate people in that way, right? Which is terrible as well. But we do live in that world. So like we don't live in that world, we do live in that world, right? That connectivity between people, that connectivity between animals, right? If you felt that only if you're a fucking psychopath do you not feel that kind of connectivity. Do you know what I mean? At least that's what I think. But anyway, carry on.
Chromatic suns, chromatical dreams. I don't wanna get used to the thought of a world full of uniform faces, uniform souls. Hey, yeah, there's nobody there.
And also, sorry, I'm pausing again, but also just think about a world of uniform faces and uniform souls, right? Forget the souls part, uniform faces, man. Just take a look at how trendy it is to just not be happy with your fucking natural beauty. It drives me up the wall, right? Everywhere you see, everywhere you go to clubs now, you go to bars, you go whatever else. Women have got makeup plastered on their face, right? Literally like mad. Fake eyelashes, extensions in their hair, Botox in their lips. Well, and they all have it like that. This is literally carbon copy, one after the next, one after the next. Nobody likes their fucking natural beauty anymore. No one is willing to grow old gracefully anymore. It is crazy, this superficiality, the superficial nature of people today. And that completely transcends into the character, into the person that you meet. So you see this Barbie doll-like person, right, which is completely superficial. And guess what? Their personalities are superficial as well. You don't get anything that's authentic either from them, right? Because that's the world they live in, and social media has created that that world for us. Thank you to all this social media and media fucking garbage and all these stupid trends that nobody knows to just accept their natural selves, their natural beauty of who they are outwardly and who they are inwardly. It all needs to fit into a particular mold because that's the societal mold that everybody thinks is I don't know, trendy, whatever it is. At the end of the day, it's crazy to see that. It's crazy, right? It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But these are the same people that will talk to you about individuality, although they all look like clones. These are the same people who will talk to you about I don't know, the fucking climate change, right? While they're putting plastic in their tits. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely frightening. Carry on.
Voice is amazing.
The instrumentation of this as well. Fire. Instrumentation fire, her voice fire, the message of the song fire. All too good. All too good. Absolutely love that. That's fire. We actually... Every single song over here has been beautiful messages, man. Very powerful stuff. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You guys let me know what you think down below and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.